Hey everyone. So I had this really interesting image come to me yesterday. I was walking in the house with Annalise, and our house has kind of this, on one end of it, there's like the roof line, the upper roof line, and then there's a bay window that sticks out for the kitchen, and there's another little roof line over the edge of over the bay window. And what I thought, for some reason, I have no idea where this came from. I think it comes from maybe partly reading Buckminster Fuller, partly just this time of transition that I'm in. But I all of a sudden had this idea, this impression came through, like the house is actually a ship. It's not a place that's static. It's a place that's sailing somewhere. And I don't know where that came from, but you know, there's a beautiful image that Buckminster Fuller, I think he coined the phrase "spaceship Earth." You know, looking at the entire Earth as a spaceship. And I've seen this, you know, projected. There's a YouTube video of somebody who took the orbit of the Earth around the sun is not actually just going in a circle. It's actually going in a spiral. The sun is moving through the universe. It's moving through the galaxy. It's sweeping along on one of the arms of the galaxy, and the Earth is orbiting it. So the Earth is like this, is spiraling through space. And if you imagine, I just imagine the Earth like leaving a wake behind it of time-space. It's like the Earth is actually traveling through time-space at all times. It's like a vessel that's going somewhere. And there's this weird way in which the house all of a sudden embodied that for me. It's like I could tell that this house is actually a ship. We're sailing somewhere. We're going somewhere. We're on a journey. Annalise walking into the house somehow flashed for me the fact that we're traversing space-time as we do this, as we enter every moment, as we allow life to occur in every moment. We're actually flying on a journey, like on a spaceship, literally, through time-space in these vessels, these pods on the vessel of the planet. This is just what was coming to me as I was walking in the house yesterday, and I couldn't believe that it just like poofed, that this image became so clear, and that the way that Buckminster Fuller imagines human life on this planet all of a sudden was such a kind of like vivid image to me. Changes the way that we live in this house. It changes what the meaning of outfitting the house is. It gives all of this whole process that we're in becomes so much more dynamic. It's like, you know, I think in the way that I normally have thought about where I live, I've gotten stuck on, where do I live? Do I need to, like I remember in my earlier life do I need to be in a bigger city? Do I need to be in a smaller city? What's the right place for me to be? And realizing that anywhere on this planet is, you're essentially in the same place. You're in the same place in space-time as far as where we are in the cosmic journey of this planet going around this tiny little sun in this tiny little galaxy in the midst of a giant, gargantuan, inconceivable, explodingly, acceleratingly expanding universe. That just changes the picture of what's happening. And I found that it was really fun to feel like, I think something about the way that watching Annalise walk into the building, that's really what it was like. As I walked across the threshold, as she stepped into the house, and seeing these kind of like these two roof lines, it made it look kind of like the bow of the ship or the stern of a ship maybe. And something about also that generational, there's something in the we've just bought this house from a family where 2 generations lived in the house, or 2 or 3, and then watching Annalise walk in and feeling like all of this is a journey. All of this is happening in motion. Another thing was coming through for me in meditation this morning. It's like I was feeling this sense of a generational awareness, where we recently watched a couple of, The Mandalorian. It's a Star Wars spin-off TV show. There was some behind-the-scenes footage where George Lucas was on set, and of course George Lucas is like the Yoda of Star Wars. It's like when he's there, it's like everybody's just in awe of him, but he's also getting old. Like I don't know how old he is now, but he's like definitely, he's gotten older. And watching him at his age just perceive what's happening and be around this creation that he invented, that he was really the original creator of. And then imagining myself, at the age that I'm at, I'm sort of in the prime of my life, in the sense of I have a lot of experience, I've lived a long time, I've had plenty of education, but I'm also still young enough that I have a lot of energy, and I have a lot of capacity to still employ all my gifts and who I am in the world. And the question just came through, what am I doing with that time? What am I doing with this time that is like the time in my life when I have this energy? Because one day I'm going to be the old guy on set, remembering what I did when I was younger and I had all the time and I had all the energy to spend, because that's not forever. That's a particular phase of life. And so just taking stock of that, I think, and realizing what that is for me, realizing how precious this time is, and really wrestling with, as I've been on the last several posts, thinking about like whom am I serving? How am I serving? Who needs what I have? That's where I am today, people. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Believe me, I appreciate you more than you can know, that you're there and that this is being received, and that I'm getting a chance to evolve my own thinking through this relationship that I've created with you. It's huge. I appreciate you very, very much. Much love. I'll talk to you soon.